Hey, welcome back to Money on the Go, where I talk about all things money. And this is exactly how much it cost me to live in Panama City as a single woman. I like seeing everything on a weekly basis. I used to do monthly budgets, but for me, I found that it didn't give me enough time to course correct because I was usually looking back and being like, oh man, that month I went over and da 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 da. For me, I feel as though looking at my budget, looking at my spending on a weekly basis gives me idea of to where I'm trending, what happened specifically in that week that I was planning for or not planning for, what threw me off base. It's a way that I've adjusted to and something I like doing nowadays. I'm currently renting a place that is quite large. The next place I will be renting will be a studio because it's just me. And when family comes to visit, you all can sleep on the couch. I'm renting a two-bedroom through four bathroom. Yeah, two bedroom, four bathroom, very huge apartment with multiple sitting areas. The total that I spend on a daily basis here is $34.58. That is the nightly rate. And so for 7 days, that brings my total to $242.06 for housing. The total that I spent on groceries this week in Panama was a bit higher. I ended up spending $49.14 on groceries and household items for this week. The total that I ended up spending on transportation was $24.71. This was a bit higher because I was invited out to play pickleball with one of my sorority sisters, and she lives a little bit further than where I live. The Uber there was significantly higher than it is going around the city. And going there and going back is what cost the majority of that transportation cost. The total that I ended up spending on activities this week was quite low. I did one activity. I did pickleball, and to play at the pickleball court, it was $5. I was social this week, more social this week than last week for my first week here. My second week here, I ended up going to brunch and lunch a few times with people I had met, and the total that I ended up spending for this week for eating out was $95.53. Going out now. Time was had. Indeed. So the total I ended up spending for going out for this week in Panama was $89.50. Transparently, we were smoking hookah, which probably shouldn't be doing anyways. Maybe this is a reminder for my life and myself. But each time that we had asked them to replace the coal, it was an additional charge for the hookah, which we both did not realize until the end. That contributed to the going out costs being higher than anticipated, higher than budgeted. But now I know. And then also transparently, smoking hookah, it's not the best thing to do for your lungs and your body. Combining that with the financial cost, I think it's out the door for me now because it's not good on my wallet. It's not good on my body. So I'm done with my hookah days. This brings my total for week 2 in Panama to $505.94. I am still on track with the budget that I had set for myself. Before I left the United States of America, one of the first things I did was set myself a financial budget for how much life would cost in the place I'm going and give myself a little bit of variance too, because I know I like spontaneity. If somebody tells me, oh, this is the best burger I've ever had, I'll adjust room in my budget for food and I will adjust room in my budget for experiences. So I gave myself a little bit of variance for that. Obviously, not every day can be treat yourself because financially my bank account is not set up for that. But I did give myself a little bit of variance. I wanted my monthly cost to be under $3,000, as close to $3,000 as possible. The activity that I found the most fun that I did this week was definitely pickleball with my sorority sister and her friends. It was fun to play. They're very competitive. I am too. So it made for a good time, even though I'm not the best pickleball player by a long shot. It was still a fun time. I still think of it as tennis. And so I played tennis before and I come with to the pickleball with the intensity of as if I was playing tennis, but I'm not. And so once I learn to reel that in, I think I will have a wonderful time playing pickleball. And then the food that was the highlight for my week. I went to a place called Michael's and I really enjoyed. They had this guacamole and beans mixture with chicharrones and plantain chips too, for like as to bring it as a vehicle to bring it into your mouth. I really loved it. It was fantastic, very flavorful. So that was my favorite thing that I ate, and that was my favorite thing that I did this week. I also really enjoyed going out with my sorority sister. We were in this area where we had ran into this group of people who were, I think they called themselves, I don't know if they were over 60 or 65. If I remember their names, I'll pop it up here. But they were doing a tour They're basically go on excursions and vacations together. Somebody will put in a WhatsApp group, hey, who wants to go on this trip to X country? And the folks who want to go will coordinate it and they travel together. I think that's a pretty cool way to be in community, but then also have your space and your free time. And if you want to see a destination, but none of your close friends or family wants to see it, this is another way for you to be able to see that destination and still have some company to keep. I thought it was pretty inventive. I love that they did that. So I really enjoyed our time together. We had a great time together. And then we also had that experience of running into these folks, and it was a good time. Those are my two top memorable, fun activities for the week. And then the food at Michael's, the chicharrone mix, delicious. Let me know what questions you have down below. I'll do my best to answer each and every one of them. All right, until next time. I know you could do it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it.